is the Infinity Summit Group. Truth, passion, success.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Infinity Summit Group podcast. Today is January 9th, 2023, and we just got the OG boys here today, no guests. I'm Noah.
Xavier.
Logan.
Jesse.
Now, we just want to talk a little bit today about just kind of some of the things that are going on in our lives right now and some of the property opportunities we've had sent to us and, like, if they're a good deal, bad deal, kind of what we're looking for. It's going to be a little harder without the pictures, but we'll do our best. So, first of all, Logan, you had some news.
Yes, I'm working on my GED right now. There's not much behind that except it'd be nice to have like any job opportunity that I want that requires a GED. So I'm just doing that. And then I'm also moving out February 1st. It's a 2 or 3 story apartment thing, but it feels like a home. Not
It's
really
called
an
a
apartment.
townhouse, right?
I don't know.
I think it's what's known as a townhome because you got a 2-car garage,
Well, yeah,
got 3 stories,
right, but I can't buy it.
2,000 something square feet. Yeah, you can't buy it.
It was 1,659 square feet,
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Well, townhomes aren't bad, though. I mean, it's better than an apartment.
Hell no, it's
Might be.
beautiful too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're 1,600 square feet
Uh-huh.
ish. How much are you renting it for a month?
2,395.
That's utilities and everything.
Yeah.
That's everything. Cable,
yeah.
all that. Cool.
Yep. And then it's
So just over, you're almost like $2 a square foot, like $1.50, $1.75 a square foot.
yeah, something like that. But
Per
it'll
month?
be split between 4 people, so it'll be like $658 per person.
Do you have any like HOA fees?
Nope.
No. Right on.
Just fucking sick.
Damn, how the hell did you swing that?
Just right by my house. It's over by Walmart.
They're pretty
Oh,
dope.
for real?
They're sweet ass townhomes.
Yeah,
Just
you'll have
looking
to,
on the outside.
Yeah,
you'll have
no,
to come check it out.
I know what you're talking about. Like, I see them over there.
Uh-huh.
If they're the ones I'm thinking of, those are nice. And for that price, like you said, you're going to have like 3 roommates?
Yep.
Like, all together, like 4 in the house.
4 altogether, including me.
Still not bad. I mean, having roommates isn't fun. But, like,
They're going to have an extra
What?
bedroom.
really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. So
It's 2 couples moving in together.
Oh, nice.
So they got
Yeah.
a master,
Got
1
fucking
bedroom
hooked up.
taken, and then a guest bedroom.
it's a legit deal since my name is going on all this stuff.
Yeah.
His credit's going to
My
build.
credit, yeah, my credit's online, all that. So me and Gracie, my girlfriend, we get the master bedroom, which has an attached bathroom and then an attached walk-in closet.
Yeah.
It's fucking legit.
Dude, having a
It's
bathroom
huge.
in your room is a game changer.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
it's legit. And then
Yeah.
it comes with all the amenities like refrigerator, oven, washer, dryer, the whole fucking giddy up. And it has a balcony. I'm stoked about it.
Close to your parents, close to grocery stores,
Hell yeah.
close to everything.
You can walk to
Yeah.
Walmart so
I
easy.
could throw a rock, literally, and hit Walmart, like literally. And so it'll be legit. And then we're going to have a guest bedroom because the other couple that's moving in with us, they're going to take the other bedroom and the bathroom, like the other bathroom on the 3rd floor. And then the main floor, excuse me, has a half bath, just like right in the kitchen. So 3 bed, 3 bath. It's nice.
Fuck yeah.
That's very nice.
That's sick.
And then the guest bed. And we already have a bed for that and all. It was cool.
Hell yeah.
They already have beds in there?
No, so
You guys just have an extra bed.
yeah, we're doing Gracie's bed for the guest bed,
Oh,
and then
perfect.
my
And
king
that's a
bed
decent
for.
size one. Hers is like a.
It's full.
It's full.
Yeah, so it's small as fuck, but
That's not bad.
a guest can lay on it all they want.
Oh yeah.
And then we have couches that we're getting for free.
Hell yeah.
Dope.
It's sick. I'm stoked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sad I can't buy it.
And this is your first time moving out.
Mm-hmm.
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
It'll be nice to have my own space ish.
Can you ever see yourself moving back?
I'd like to think that I wouldn't.
Not if you can help it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to move out too.
Yeah.
If it made sense, I'd be out of here.
Hell yeah.
But it doesn't quite yet.
I mean, free food here.
Gotta wait till I'm bringing in 6 racks a month, baby.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That's all before tax though, so I'll probably only bring in like 3.5.
Yeah, I make like $5K a month, and then after taxes, I'm like a little over $3,000. So you'd probably be making around 4.
Yeah.
That's $6K.
With
Yeah.
flight stuff.
Yeah, so most of them, like all the airlines are unionized.
Oh yeah.
So whether I fly or not, they have to pay me a minimum of like 74, 75 flight hours a month. And the lowest I've heard they start is about $90 an hour. So
Nice.
Nice.
yeah, but you're not working, 80 hours every 2 weeks. You're working you're flying maybe 75 to 100 hours a month, right?
Mm.
So it's going to be a little different structure, but at least the guaranteed pay will be nice,
Oh yeah.
And then I think anything I work over that is overtime pay, but I'm not sure.
Do they do time and a half for that?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Over the
I've
75.
Well, I've heard of some airlines even when they're starting out because they're pretty desperate. They were paying all wages overtime, and the overtime pay was 3 times. So that
Jesus
that
Christ.
airline was paying $4.50 an hour at the time.
Fuck.
Yeah,
That's so dumb.
that was
Sign me up.
stupid. Yeah, I know. I'm like, I just need to fucking get there. It's such a process.
Worth it, though.
Might as well update listeners on what I'm going through.
Yeah.
So if I can hit an average of like 100-ish hours a month, then I'll be at the airlines in about a year and a half from now. Especially through the summer, if I can get 100 hours plus a month, that'd be dope. But as it sits right now, since the beginning of October, because of the weather, how shitty it's been, I haven't even been able to reach 100 hours since the beginning of October.
That's
Yeah.
treacherous.
But in the summer, I should be able to fly like all day, every day, getting a full 8 hours plus in. That's the hope. That's the plan. You just basically won't see me in the summer.
Which is good news.
Yeah. That's the hope. And that my goal is to reach over 1,000 hours by the end of this year. And I'm almost at 400,
Nice.
Right
And
on.
you need 2,500 or 1,500.
1,500, yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's
Yeah. There's some
That's
schools
pretty
you can go
doable.
through where they'll let you go to an airline at 1,250 hours, I think.
I can go there.
I start there, actually, UVU.
Oh,
Yeah, that was one of the schools where you flow through and you can go at 1250, but you train under different rules and all sorts of crazy stuff.
sure.
So, meh.
And
So
you
worth
have to
it.
go to college.
Huh? Yeah, and
And
go
all
to
the
college and get a
other
degree and
bullshit.
everything, just like meh.
Hell no.
So I was actually thinking they've got one program that I'm thinking about. It's through Frontier Airlines, and it's basically I apply through them. I gotta like take an entrance test and all that through them, and get basically once I get on with them, they'll be paying me once I'm at 1,000 hours. They'll be paying me in whatever I'm making at ATP. They'll pay me an extra $1,000 a month until I get to them, until I get to that airline, and then when I get to that airline and actually sign up with them, their sign-on bonus is like 35,000 or something like that, which I wouldn't hate. Yeah,
Sure.
I don't know if the 1,000 a month is taken out of the sign-on bonus or not, but either way, it's going to be a decent chunk, and that one would flow me straight to an airplane called the A320. You guys have heard of the Airbus?
Yeah.
No.
So that's what I'd be flying there, straight from ATP to an Airbus
Damn.
320.
What's an Airbus then?
They're just massive planes.
Okay.
Like the 787s you usually fly, Airbus is Uger. Yeah. And they've got different sizes of Airbus and stuff, but I would go and get trained in on an Airbus, and then from there, I'm super marketable to all the other big major airlines for any Boeing aircraft, which is going to be like your 747s, 787s, all that.
Mm.
So we'll see. Also, the Airbuses are very technologically advanced. I believe I've heard they have auto takeoff and auto land.
Damn.
So you literally get paid to do nothing.
So
Just sit
I'd
there and
be
look pretty.
well, I'll be there to make radio calls and adjust the autopilot and stuff, But like, I'll still be flying the plane, but the autopilot will do all the hard shit for me, holding it steady. Like they all have autopilot, but in this case, I may not even have to land the plane. So if I were to go that route, yeah.
That would be sick.
Or there's the other route, which I'm actually thinking about doing, which is SkyWest. They start at $90 an hour, and they have tuition reimbursement that I can actually get while I'm still a flight instructor of like $17,500 to go towards paying my loan down a little bit. And then I don't know if they have a sign-on bonus or not.
I bet they
I'm
do.
still looking into them, but I'm looking for the sign-on bonuses later on, boys. When you sign on with the big airlines, like 2 or 3 years down the road, sign on with a big airline. I mean, I've heard of sign-on bonuses as much as $120,000.
Jesus Christ.
But it was spread out over like 6 years or 4 years, something like that. But still,
Who cares? That's free money for real estate.
the thing is, I got to get there first, and I got to get the hours.
Okay, now the question is, with AI up and coming, when they start flying the planes with no pilot, what do you do?
I bet he's got a long time before just
So-
watching.
It's the same
I
thing
don't
as
know.
it's the same thing as autopilot. If anything fails, they have to have a person there.
Yeah.
They got to have someone who's done years and years of training and knows exactly what they're doing to be able to be like, oh, the autopilot or the AI is fucking up. Turn off, and now I fly the plane.
Well, and how long do you think like it would take for people to get used to that? Because I know right now, if they said, "Oh yeah, AI is now flying your plane," there's no pilot, I'd be like, "Fuck you, I'm not getting on that plane."
I'd feel comfortable.
I wouldn't.
Well, autopilot's damn near the same thing, right?
Right, but you've got somebody there. That's the thing. I'm
yeah,
saying
but
with
I
nobody
program
there.
the autopilot. I program the flight plan. I tell the autopilot what to do, where to go, exactly the altitude to hold, everything. Like I got to program the autopilot. It's not just like it's not just like I get in the plane and then it takes off, you know,
Sure.
which would be dope. And we will get to that point.
I'm just imagining that meme where it's like a flapping
A
airplane.
flapping bird.
That's so funny.
They can, their wings can bend damn nigh that much.
For real.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
be fine. Like yeah, it's crazy. They're built pretty good,
Yeah, I bet.
and they're very flimsy too. So whatever.
Skybird, the metal bird.
Yeah, they got to keep them light.
Yeah.
They actually, I believe most of them take off more than they're like with more weight than they're supposed to, and then they just like dump fuel sometimes or whatever they got to do to get down to the weight to land.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
So someone's getting splashed randomly with gasoline on occasion?
I mean potentially. I don't know how they dump it or if they dump it, whatever. But those trails you see in the sky, I actually created one of those with a small plane the other day. It's fucking cool.
Dude, don't tell our family that you're poisoning us.
No, so how it's created, well, we'll say how I created the one that I did was when the air is flowing around the aircraft, you know how when air flows quicker, it's a little colder, like when you blow,
Yeah.
and it's colder. So there's something called the temperature and the dew point. If they meet, then you start getting clouds, fog, things like that. Basically, that's where moisture starts to form in the air, okay?
Okay.
And so what I was doing was I was flying through very cold air, but it wasn't quite to the dew point. But as I flew through it, the air around my airplane was colder and just lowered the temperature enough to hit that dew point. And so I started creating a cloud behind me.
That's cool.
Like I started seeing cloud coming in front of us off the prop. And I was like, whoa, are we flying through a cloud I didn't see? Because I'm supposed to be on a different flight plan for that. And then I look back and it's just forming off the back of our aircraft, a cloud. It was so cool.
That's dope.
Did you
yeah.
get pictures?
No.
Off
It
the
happened
record?
too quick, and I was just like in awe. I'd never seen it, heard of that, anything.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell?
That's
It's
cool.
dope.
That's sick.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
I'm stoked to see you in the planes and take us places. That'd be dope.
Yeah, I just gotta find time and honestly the good weather to go rent a plane.
Wait, no, I'm saying in the big boys.
Oh
Like
yeah,
if we want to go to Australia or something.
I want to do a little one still.
Yeah, I
they're
just
way
think
more
cool.
fun. The big ones you can't do maneuvers in. These little ones, I could show you some fun shit.
Sure, but I'm saying the cool thing is being in the actual airlines.
Yeah, the cool thing about that, so I've realized that like the flights that the airlines do, that's, I wouldn't call it like easy, but it like, I can do the exact same type of flying in my small aircraft, but the small aircraft I can do a lot more in, because those big planes, they only have flight plans, they're only told where to go by ATC, like it's boring process. It's like a school bus driver in the sky kind of thing, you know? There's a set route, all this stuff. These little planes, you can do visual flight rules, and you can basically go where you want as long as you don't bust any airspace and just have a good time.
So what happens if you fly over Area 51?
Nothing. I fly over Area 51. There's probably a restricted area like around it, and they probably have a certain altitude. Like I fly over military depots all the time, but they have a certain certain altitude you're supposed to fly over it at, so you're not too close or whatever.
And if you do,
Then
Like-
you might get in trouble. But
at what point do they send out fighter jets? And they're like,
well, if you bust the wrong airspace, that could happen for sure.
that'd be sick. Get like a selfie, like instead of getting pulled over by the cops and people are like, check this out. Fighter jets, bitches.
Or if you or if you cross country lines, like I flew really close to the Mexico border one time, and you can literally see the border. It was cool.
You seen the border?
Oh fuck yeah, dude! I flew right down by the
Gone
border.
to San Diego before
Yeah.
too. You can walk. Tijuana was right there. You
Yeah.
can see across the water was right Mexico.
I flew down to there's an airport right on the border. It's called Yuma.
Uh-huh.
Like basically, if you flew one way out of the airport, you could fly over the border in about 10 minutes. If I flew the other way, then I'd fly back towards the United States. And
Huh.
I was watching jets like do afterburner takeoffs and stuff. So you'd see, this was kind of at night, so you'd see massive fire out the back of them, and just they would rotate, and just the back of them just like a thruster as they're taking off. It was dope.
That's so
That's
cool.
crazy.
Yeah.
Did you see any people jumping the border?
No, I didn't see any people. It was, I wouldn't want to jump the border there. It was pretty desolate. It was just straight desert. This was like the bottom of Arizona.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, it was, yeah, I wouldn't want to jump the border there.
You visited the border before Kamala Harris.
Yep.
Congrats.
You third.
And Joe Biden.
Be right back.
That's legit, though.
That's cool.
What the hell's going on? All right. What are you guys up to?
So much nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Planning a wedding.
Yeah, that's just been an ongoing process. I feel like I've been living your wedding for at least 10 years now, to be honest.
Really? Because we've been married for 2 months.
I know, but it's
Isn't that crazy, huh?
it's felt like a long fucking time. I couldn't imagine in your shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep asking, what can I help with? She's like, I don't know. I don't even know what I want. I don't know how to help you because it's stressing me the fuck out.
No what to do.
7 months today, me and Grace.
Nice.
Yeah? Heck yeah.
Yeah, also felt like a lifetime, but pretty dope.
I don't know. That went by fast to me.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like the other day that you guys were just like, oh, yep, we're together.
I know.
Like, what the fuck? And then it's here.
Fast, but so slow. It's weird.
Wait until you get married. The last 2 months has felt like for fucking ever.
Really?
Like, yeah, well, I've only been married for 2 months, and it feels like it's been a long ass time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
It's crazy.
What about you?
Just working a lot. Partying on occasion. You know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any fun party stories as of recent?
No, I did karaoke.
You did karaoke?
Fuck yeah. You know the Backstreet Boys song?
Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got on stage with my landlord
Nice.
lady.
How drunk were you?
Not that much.
Really?
I'm not shy anymore, so I'll just do it. I do have a story though. I was up there like dancing and singing, and then I get off, and then there's this like transgender door person there.
Nice boy or girl?
Don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, I went outside to like have a smoke, and they were like, I love you living your best gay life up there. And I was just like, I was so offended, dude. For the whole night, I was all pissed off. And I was like, do I look gay to you? Am I gay?
Am I gay?
Apparently, I looked gay as shit up there. Whatever, dude. Fuck you.
Well, what was it, like a strip club or something?
No, it's just the Green Pig. No, it's just karaoke night at the bar.
That's so
It's just
funny.
like,
man.
how dare you assume my... I don't know. It was funny, but yeah, other than that, just...
Confidence killer, huh?
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I'll never do that again. Ever.
Yeah.
So that's been fun. Just working a lot, videos, reading a lot of... I started reading We Are the Living by Ayn Rand. I like it so far.
I haven't read that one yet.
It's like a short Atlas Shrugged. That's how I
Okay.
describe it. It's like way before. The writing is kind of horrendous.
Oh, no.
It's pretty bad. It's just like, oh, you got way better after this because this is hard
One of
to
her
read.
earlier works.
Yeah, it's like they went here and they did this. This person was in the corner doing this. And you're like, oh my God.
Oh, were
Dude,
they
that's how I
now?
wrote in my elementary.
It's
When
ridiculous.
they're like, make a 200 word fucking essay, and I use the 5 times.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty wretched. But been watching a lot of Andrew Tate videos. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of people like him. I agree with 90% of what he says. He's he's fucking crazy. He's insane. He's hardcore as shit.
What do you think about him being arrested?
I don't know what to think about that because I don't know if I believe it. I think a lot of people are just really don't like him and want to silence him, so they're trying to frame him for something. But at the same time, I don't know him personally, and I don't know. I don't know that much about him. I barely got into him the last week.
Yeah.
After we had Ian on, I was like, oh, I don't even know who that was, and went to look into it, and I was like, damn. But
We shall let the courts decide.
exactly. But he's a hardcore person. He's just I don't want anything negative. No bitches in my life. He had a friend that so Andrew, he went and stole this guy's girl. And the guy showed up with 6 people to beat him up. And he had a buddy with him named Tony or some shit. And Tony was like, oh, just apologize to him. And he's like, that's weak. Literally knocked his friend out in front of everybody just because he's being negative. I don't know. He's smart. He's actually a really smart person. Very intelligent.
I agree. He made a very good Ponzi scheme.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't agree with a lot of what he says and what he's done.
I like him. To be
I just
honest.
like his talks.
Yeah.
It's motivating, and I think it's good for men.
He's like Jordan
That are
Peterson,
weak.
uncensored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him though.
Go clean your room, bitch.
Speaking of, I've been doing the hot showers and then at the end turning it cold. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. Not really sure what the benefits are, but I heard something and I liked it.
Well, cold showers by themselves are good for
Your
like
skin.
self-control, good for your skin, good for your immune system, everything.
Lowers your heart rate, makes you less stressed,
Yep, good for your
increases blood flow.
body regulation, everything.
Hot water kills your nuts too. I don't know if you know that.
What? For real?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That's why dudes aren't supposed to use heating pads or heated blankets or nothing. Cause
What
it
the fuck?
fucks up your nuts.
I'm
Yeah.
a sucker for the heat.
Not
dude.
your nuts. It's gonna be your sperm that it kills, right?
I heard it was your nuts, and you're constantly repairing itself.
What are they going to do? Just fall off or what?
No, they just
They'll turn black.
Well,
you just spend energy, I think, repairing them.
Well-
Just because it gets too hot and
Right.
right where we have them outside.
well, think of this. There's a reason why they can pull up and they can relax, right? It's to keep the perfect temperature, which is just a slightly lower temperature than your body temperature.
Okay.
So when you're taking those hot showers, it's gonna kill shit.
It's just roasting you.
Yeah. And from what I understood, it killed your sperm, but I don't know. It
Yeah,
might damage
it
shit.
might just be that, but either way, it's not good for it.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Hot tubs, all that, just dead.
Yeah. I like it a lot though.
Yeah,
They do
they're,
feel
they're
nice.
so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Hot showers?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
And heating pads.
I like it
and
when it just
everything.
burns my skin. I'm all,
I like the hot springs. It's actually really good for your skin. My skin cleared up, all the dry skin and eczema and whatnot. I went up there just for a couple days and soaked.
that'll burn the shit out of your eczema, but it feels so good.
Yeah, it burned, but after a while, the minerals for some reason helped heal it. It was weird.
Yeah.
I might be going up there on Saturday.
Really?
To Idaho.
Yeah.
Go buy lottery tickets and just make a date of it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Sounds fun.
Sounds sweet.
It's a good little
Yeah.
town.
Sweet ass alcohol up there. Not Utah alcohol.
Are you going to Lava?
Yeah, that's where I would be going.
Don't go to the pizza place. That place sucks. I found hair in my food. It's nasty.
That's how you know it's legit.
It's real. It's all natural.
Yeah.
It's got
What
those-
pizza place?
I don't know. That's the only one in town.
It's a pretty small town up there, yeah.
Good to know. Next year I want to do a trip to Scotland for real.
Be fun. I might be
Can
going
we
to.
wait just a little bit longer?
How long? 2 years?
Yeah, it'll probably be closer to 2 years.
Okay, I can
Maybe
make
just a
that.
little longer than that. Because we got goals. Get to the airlines, pay off my fucking debt for it, and then after that I'm free.
What do you owe still?
Just over 80,000
Nice.
for school, and then you got minor credit card debt here and there,
Yeah.
just that we use monthly for budgeting. You know,
Uh-huh. Do you
And
ever
then
pay off your
cars
credit card fully?
every month,
Okay.
or I try to every month.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't work out that way.
Yeah, just minimum.
Yeah. Well, sometimes there's just a small balance left,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Happens.
depends
Yeah,
how
I've
much
been-
flying I'm doing and stuff,
yeah.
which hasn't been much.
How
So
much you get paid?
it's been a little skinny.
I've been budgeting hard as fuck again.
Good.
Me and Grace. So that's been nice.
Heck yeah. Me too. We lowered our spending cash, our date money, our dining out money, like
Yeah.
lowered all that shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. $75 a month. It's my spending cash.
Damn, that's nothing.
Yeah.
That's good
Yeah.
though.
Mine's 100.
Nice. It was 100, yeah.
Yeah. But then we decided that we're going to do like one nice date a month and
Yeah.
kind of just call that.
Mhm.
So whether it's the Cheesecake Factory or Tsunami or whatever, to where it's $70-80, call
Yeah.
it. To where we can dress fancy. 'Cause,
Yeah.
yeah. That's actually seemed to make quite a difference. Taking her on a nice date where we actually dress up nicely. That seems like a big
Improves mood.
like a revamp or whatever the fuck. I don't know what to call it. Which
Helps
is
with the relationship.
yeah,
Yeah.
essentially.
Absolutely.
Should we go over some houses?
Yeah, let's do it.
See what we're
I know
looking
I
at?
kind of cut off the conversation we were having before.
With the breakup one?
no.
No, the one before I
Before
went to the restroom.
Which one was that?
We were talking about flight stuff, but that might have been exhausted. Here you go.
Okay, I don't fucking know what I'm looking at, to be honest. But this one was from today. It's a 3.
Is it 3316 Creighton?
Huh?
That's the one.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go to a different one. Oh, I'll look at that one with you.
Yeah, because I don't really know I haven't done this.
Yeah, so these are properties in Memphis. It is
Tennessee.
yeah, it's Tennessee, but do you remember the company? It was
No, it probably says it. Southwest Mid South Home Buyers.
that's right, Mid South Home Buyers. Cool.
Yeah.
So this is a property management company. It's a turnkey company. So what they do is they renovate homes. They'll get a renter in it and then just sell them to investors, all renovated and everything. They have like guaranteed cash flow, all this stuff. And the property management companies generally take between 8 and 12% of total rent as a fee, and then you take whatever's left. So
Wait, so it says these cash flow numbers are assuming a typical conventional U.S. investor loan with 25% down. So if the house is $160,700, if I just drop 25% down, then I could own that home.
yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, that's assuming 25% down. 20% down will get you is good enough to purchase it as a rental property.
Okay, and then I could turn around and sell it or just keep it as a rental permanent, essentially.
You can do whatever you want. It's your home after that.
So how much would that be?
You would have the mortgage
25%?
Yeah,
It would be what? Like,
of 160,000.
yeah.
40 grand.
Yeah.
Okay, well that'd be sweet. And just so you guys, the listeners know, the rent is $1,250 per month. And wait, what the fuck's going on here?
So they have the investor price. The total price is $160,700.
Right.
You put 20% down minimum, or like they're saying, assuming 25% down. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath. Rents for $1,250 a month, and the total monthly payment for like a mortgage is estimated to be $835. So your cash flow would be $415. However, they're also going to take their renter or their property management fee of about 10% of total rent. So it'd be $415 minus another 120-ish, 125-ish. So you would be seeing just under $300 a month cash flow from this property. And then
Okay.
you look at that, and like we use a hard and fast rule called the 1% gross rent multiplier. Basically, if you buy a home for $100,000, you want to see at least $1,000 in total rent per month, and that'll give you really good numbers and a good cushion and everything. So this one being 160, and you're only seeing $1,200 in rent from it, you have a gross rent multiplier of what, 0.7 or so, 0.75, something like that. But this company is well known for damn good properties, and they fix them up right, so you don't have that many costs throughout the first few years.
Mhm.
So you're going to be seeing a lot of cash flow from them.
Okay, so the rent, that's what we're gonna charge the people, right? And then
Mhm.
so the actual house to own it is only $835 a month.
And
Yeah,
So
your
that-
the mortgage
payment?
is $835 a month.
And is that updated
Okay, that was
with
confusing me.
current interest rates?
Yeah, they send these.
Like every fucking day.
Yeah, they send new properties like all the time.
Right on.
Like we can look at a second one here.
835 is fuck. I wish I could get a house for that here.
Dude,
An $800
serious.
payment. Can you imagine?
that'd be amazing. Here you go.
This one's interesting. Oh,
Here's another home. 143,000. It's a 3-bed, 1-bath house. Rent is 1,075 with a total like mortgage payment of 677. So the cash flow is 398 minus about another $100 for property management fees. So you're seeing almost $300 in cash flow on that one as well. And that one I think would be a better deal than that other one
I think so too.
because your gross rent multiplier is a little bit. Well, it's going to be about the same, probably about 0.7, 0.75. But you're going to be seeing more cash flow for a lesser mortgage,
Right.
or about the same
What
cash
was
flow.
the mortgage on that one?
The mortgage on this one is 677.
No, I meant like total mortgage price.
Total
not
is
the-
143.
Okay. Right. And then you were like real close, right, with this the amount of rent you would get, cash flow you'd get from each home, but one had less mortgage.
Yeah, one had less mortgage. You're pretty close on the cash flows you'd get from those two properties.
Right.
One has less of a mortgage, but they also have about the same gross rent multiplier. So just run the numbers that way and see if it makes sense for you. This particular company, Mid South, makes it super nice with all their numbers. But their gross rent multiplier is just a little bit less, you know?
Right.
Like the one that we're doing, the one that we bought, I think we put about it's between 50 and 60,000 into it total, and it should be renting. I think that one was between 800 and 900 a month, renting for. So that's like a 1.2% gross rent multiplier, which is fucking great.
Right.
But the problem with that property is the property manager has been super slow in renovating it, because we bought that one at a lower price in like a rehab condition so that it could get rehabbed. We could force some appreciation, because forced appreciation is when you buy kind of a rundown property or a property that needs some improvement, you put repairs into it, and then you reappraise it, and it will reappraise for a higher value than the money you bought it for and the money you put into it. So we put into it. We bought it for like 40-something thousand, the house. We put into it between 10 and 20 grand, and we're expecting it to be worth 80-something thousand
Okay.
or 70-something thousand. So right in there. So we're expecting, what we were wanting to do was take out all of our investment, get a mortgage on it, and that forced appreciation of about 20% would be our down payment. So we wouldn't have any money in the deal, but we would have a property that cash flows.
Right on.
That's the idea. However, with the time frame, we were told it would be like 3 to 4 months before we were getting cash flow. It's been like 9 months, and we haven't seen cash flow yet. Renovations are done, but we haven't seen cash flow.
What are they waiting for? Just to get a renter?
They're working on getting a renter in, yeah. Last I heard, they're not. This particular company that we're going through, this is not Mid-South, by the way. It's a different company we're going through. But they've just been super slow. They're not very communicative. So we might just end up selling the property, because if they manage it the same way they manage the renovations, I'm not really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
You know, out of that property, I could see between 150 and 250 a month cash flow, because we own the property outright.
Mm-hmm.
So all the cash flow coming in, there's no mortgage. The only thing would be insurance and taxes. So it'd be pennies, you know.
Mm-hmm.
you're probably looking at probably about $1,000 to $2,000 a year in taxes, and then probably about the same in insurance. And so that takes between 3 and 4 months rent out of the year, and the other, we'll say 8 months ish, would be just pure profit, just cash flow.
Right on.
So
Sounds like it'd be worth it. Did you sell it?
yeah, we'll see if we can sell it and just take out all our money and sell it for that between 70 and 80 something thousand. Then we'd see a few thousand a piece out of it in profit, and it wouldn't be terrible, but we'll just see.
Yeah.
We're gonna run the numbers when the time comes and make a decision. If we can get a good mortgage on it and they're actually good property managers, I'll definitely just keep that thing cash flowing. It'd be sweet.
Sure.
Right. So we were saving up money to do something like that. Is that the kind, or would we try and do one like the Mid-Southwest one?
Either
Like,
way.
would we try and? Okay.
Either
I'm
way.
just wondering if we had anybody had thought about it more.
I think we give Mid-Southwest a try. That's what I'm going to go for my first property.
Right. I just didn't know if we wanted to try and buy one outright or.
So you'll see more cash flow that way,
Right.
but just depends. Depends what you want. Do you want more properties or do you want more cash flow?
Right.
Because properties appreciate over time.
I was going to say properties 100%.
Yeah.
Legit.
So in that case, you'd want to just put the 20%, 25% down and then call it a day.
Yeah.
After closing costs and everything, you're probably about 25%.
Yeah.
And then you just be sitting pretty.
Cool.
Yeah.
Worth
but
it.
at that point, if we were to all do it together, we would get to do contracts and probably create an LLC around it and everything.
Right.
And that would probably wipe out most of our first year's cash flow, and then probably a lot of the second year as well, because we'd want to build a nest egg of between $5,000 and $10,000 on the property to set cash aside in case you need to get a new roof, water heater, AC, whatever.
Right.
But then you'd have a very valuable asset.
Yeah. Forever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they're called big expenditures like the roof and water heater, all that jazz. Those are called CapEx, the capital expenditures. And that's just something that you work in. You figure you replace the roof every 20 years, you replace water heaters every 10 years, things like that. And then just break that down per month. Once you have that nest egg, or say on your way to the nest egg, even if you each have your own little money set aside, then just be prepared to throw it in. But you could set a little bit aside out of the rent each month and just have it for when the time comes to replace those items. And then, of course, have a safety deposit for your renters. Security deposit, so that when they move out, if there's any damages, you at least can recoup a little bit.
Yeah.
But you can have terrible renters. Like I know someone who just had a renter move out of one of their rentals, and I think they had to pay it was between $4,000 and $7,000 in repairs.
Doesn't the tenant pay that?
No, they only do the security deposit.
Yeah, they're only liable for the security deposit. Like, you could sue them and go after them. Like, what the fuck were you doing?
Yeah.
This place was like renovated almost like new when they moved in, and they were in it for 2 years and caused that much in damages.
Wow.
Yeah. Just obliterated the place. Now, that's something that your property manager should catch,
Yeah.
because they're supposed to be doing either quarterly or we'll say biannually or once a year inspections of the property. And sometimes they just don't, and then you get screwed.
Oh.
Yeah. There's so much getting into real estate. You're just like, oh.
Yeah, but wasn't that person blind?
No. That was a different one, I believe.
Either way, fucking unacceptable.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just straight up abuse. It's not even neglect. It's more than neglect, you know?
Yeah, that's
If you're neglecting
impressive.
it, you'd be like, oh, there's some cleaning fees, maybe a hole in the wall here and there. But no, this was straight up abuse.
The pictures were rad.
Yeah.
It was like,
pretty
are
bad.
you fucking kidding me?
Oh, it's like they purposely were just destroying it for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like, zero fucks given. It's crazy.
Impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I'm stoked to buy a house.
Yeah,
I rent a home.
I'm way pumped to do it too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that first dollar to come back.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be cool.
It's been a long way. You think about it, and so there's another thing called opportunity cost. So I was expecting 3 to 4 months of renovations, and then you get a renter in. The fact that it's been 9 months means we've lost out on 5 months rent. So that's an opportunity cost of about $3,000 for me right now.
And you still have to pay for it.
Yeah, we've been paying everything for that property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. So, like, because we bought the property, we don't have a monthly payment on it. But we do have taxes we still have to pay and everything. And that opportunity cost is very expensive when you're waiting on an investment.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you are able to turn profit, that's what matters.
Yeah,
Even if it takes a
either
little
way, I
time.
think it'll be a profit. I'm just not sure if it'll be a profit over time or if it'll just be one lump sum profit. We'll see. If we end up selling it, I won't see that much from it. I imagine I would see between $5,000 and $10,000 profit off of it.
Yeah.
But then I have to pay taxes on that too.
Right.
So it's just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Government's all here. Let me just reach in your pocket and take what you own. Yeah, you better give it to me, and I know what you owe, but you better give it to me, otherwise I'm coming after you.
Yep. Uncle Sam.
You know what's interesting? So I've heard an interesting perspective on why we do our own taxes instead of the government just telling us how much we owe. Because they know how much we owe, and they'll come after you, right? Potentially. They'll audit you. But the reason that we have to file our own taxes is actually for our own, like part of our own liberties. Like, yes, we have a certain amount of tax we owe, or a certain amount of tax that's being stolen from us, but we do our own because it is it's like our own, it's within our own liberties to decide how much tax we pay based on the life we live and all this other stuff like write-offs, everything. So the government can know how much you owe, but they also like you can play with it more than them just saying you owe us this much and that's it, right?
Yeah, I guess that would take away liberties.
Yeah,
Pretty quick.
Yeah, most of the tax code is written on how to avoid paying taxes legally. So it's actually quite the privilege that we get to file our own taxes.
Yeah, I didn't really think of that.
Yeah.
It's neat.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good perspective.
Yeah.
Instead of being, fuck the government.
It's still fucked, but like once you start moving towards that investor side of things and less towards the employee side of things, then you'll be able to see like, oh, okay, yeah, I see why I can file my own taxes and why that makes sense to do so.
Yeah.
For the people who are just W-2 employees all their lives, it's like that should just be something. It's like, oh yeah, you owe this much. Here you go.
Sure.
Because you can't do much with that, right? But like me, I need to look into it more. But from what I heard, I don't think it's true, but what I heard is I can do my standard deduction and I can do write-offs as a 1099 contractor.
Pretty neat.
I know. But when I go to file taxes, then they always have the option, do you have write-offs or do you want to file under the standard deduction, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how that would work, but I'm going to look into it and see what I can swing.
Yeah, but what could you write off as of right now?
So if I could, like traditionally, I can't write off like gas money and stuff
Yeah.
because it's like commuting to my job is what I'm doing. But I've heard of different ways that I can do it, and I might look into it. If I could write off gas, they're allowing write-offs of like 60-something cents per mile.
God damn.
I'd be getting paid to drive. Yeah, it'd be crazy.
And can the average Joe do that, or just under what you're under?
Yeah, if you're like a business owner or whatever, you could potentially do that.
Yeah.
Like A+ driving their trucks around, like the gas that the employee would be getting using to get to the shop, like initially in the morning, they wouldn't write off, but like everywhere else, traveling to each job, whatever, they would write off, as far as I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is smart.
Yeah. And the fact they're using a company truck, they might be able to write off all the miles. I don't know. Yeah.
That'd be insane.
Yeah, they would be a cool company to bring in and talk about their taxes
Yeah.
if they're willing to. You know, or literally any of the family companies would be fun to bring in and be like, hey, how do you do your taxes?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, that would be neat.
There's a bunch of them too.
Yeah,
Hell
exactly.
yeah.
We got a lot to choose from. We got some that want to come on. They just don't make the time yet.
Hell yeah.
Yep. But we'll get there.
Yeah, we will.
Interesting.
Yeah, taxes are cool. Read Tax-Free Wealth by Tom Wheelwright for the listeners. We recommended it before. It is absolute gold. Now, it mostly has to do with the investing side of things and like business owner side of things, but keep that stuff in mind for when you start making investments like real estate. You make money in real estate like 4 different ways.
Yeah.
It's not just like buy, sell, you get profit. If you're having a rental property, you're getting appreciation, your mortgage is being paid down, you get tax write-offs, you get cash flow. Like your overall return on real estate properties, if you're doing them right, is like can be upwards of 20%. Like, and that's crazy good return.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. It's
Fuck
wild.
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I love Texas.
I'm excited once I actually get to experience and be a part of that firsthand.
Yeah, comment on the video if you guys want to start being able to write off your taxes. You know, it's not tax evasion. It's legally being able to write off your taxes and not having to, well, pay less taxes than you would have to, right? It's crazy. That's how a lot of the billionaires and all that don't have to pay taxes. Or, like in the case of Elon, he didn't have to pay taxes until he cashed out of his stocks, and he paid a shit ton of taxes.
Yeah.
He couldn't write those off because it was all capital gains.
Yeah.
So he had to pay, how much was it?
I don't have a clue.
It was
billions.
billions in taxes, yeah.
Was
Yeah,
it 11 billion or something?
Yeah, it was
ridiculous
high up
amounts.
there.
So,
Speaking of, with his stock dropping to, it was like $100 and something dollars, would it be good to invest in it? Question mark.
who are you asking?
I'm just putting
Just
it out
everybody?
there. Yeah, not financial advice. Fuck
I'd
you,
still say
YouTube.
no.
You don't think it'll bounce back up to like?
It might, but a lot more shit's coming out about like their cobalt mines being all
Slave labor.
essentially slave labor. Yeah, like they were advertised as machines,
Yeah.
but it's people. There's all sorts of dirt coming out. Electric cars, the batteries don't last long, and it's hella expensive to replace them. They don't break down. They're not reusable. Like there's all sorts of crazy shit
Yeah.
that's coming out about electric vehicles and like the long-term effects, where I personally have only been touching uranium stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't touched, like a lot of the electric car companies are dropping with Tesla, and they're actually dropping closer to their valuations. Tesla is still tremendously high as far as what they're actually producing.
What do you think they're worth? The stock.
Ooh, I'd have to dive into it, but look at electric car companies and look at regular motor vehicle companies. Tesla's going to be somewhere in between those.
Okay.
Because they produce more than any electric car company right now, but they also produce way less cars than regular car companies do.
Right.
And they were valued at one point at more than all the other car companies combined, all the other major car companies combined.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was all hype. Sure, he's doing cool stuff. Like Elon's a great guy and stuff, as far as I've seen business-wise, but the actual valuation of Tesla, the company, is still way too high in my opinion.
Isn't he not really a part of Tesla anymore, or what? I heard something like that.
No, he's still on the board. I believe he's still the CEO. He's the CEO of Twitter and Tesla, as far as I know.
Yeah.
What about SpaceX?
And
Wouldn't-
probably SpaceX too. So the boards on those companies may end up kicking him out as CEO or something.
Right, except for Twitter, right? They can't because
They can't because
50% or better.
Well, Twitter's a private company now. It's his company. So they could try, but it's his. It's like, what are they going to do? The fact that it's not public, there may not even be a board of Twitter anymore. I don't know.
He just
It's a private
said,
company.
"Fuck it."
Yeah, he took it private. It's not.
I have heard that Tim Pool was talking about the way he got the major investors to sell is to keep them on the board.
Well,
But I'm
there you
not
go.
100% sure if
That
that's
could be true.
correct.
I don't know. Well, you got me one. Yeah. Thank you.
I gotta take off pretty
Thanks.
soon here. So
Okay.
Well, let's wrap it up. For anybody listening, if anybody has a safe that can carry like a 300 rifle and ARs and stuff, reach out or comment on the video, please. I'm looking for one. They were all lost in the ocean, obviously, but
I have a gun locker.
just in case.
It's like $200. It's not way thick, but it's just like a sheet of metal. It's nice.
Is it good?
Yeah, I like it. I
That'd be
mean, it's
sweet.
not like a real life safe, but it's good enough for.
Dude, go to the Champion Safe Outlet.
Is that where the big ass fucking yellow?
Yeah.
Nasty one is? Like,
Yeah, you'll find
why?
some units there.
Yeah.
But they also probably have other kinds that are a little bit smaller, but they're still quite beefy. For a good safe, you're probably between $1,000 and $2,000 though.
Yeah.
For a good
Right.
small safe, you know.
Yeah, mine's cheap. It's like sheet metal, but it's good enough. It's gonna keep kids out and stuff.
Yeah. If you want
That's
to,
what I want.
Yeah, it was like $200-300.
Yeah.
when's the
Oh.
gun show? Did that already happen?
Yeah, last weekend.
Oh, for real?
Dang.
Damn it.
Uh-huh.
Just bring
That'd be
my
sick.
silver and trade it in for guns.
Yeah.
You could also buy it. You could probably buy a pretty decent safe that's between sheet metal and super thick, and you're probably $600.
Yeah, I'm willing to spend something like that. I just want
Yeah.
a sturdy place in my room.
Yeah, look for safes between 600 and 1,000. Make sure they got a good fireproof rating.
Yeah.
Make sure they got good bolts. A couple different ways to open them if you need. Like if they're electronic, make sure you have a key or whatever. And you should be fine.
Lit.
Yeah, make sure they're
Sick.
heavy too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want somebody walking off.
Yeah.
Throw 2K rounds in there. No one's lifting it up.
Hell,
Yeah,
I
that's
happen to
true.
have that too.
Winnie.
Oh, maybe like one. Either way.
Yeah. You'll be
Adios.
fine.
Right on. Peace out.
Okay. See you guys next week. Appreciate it.